Okay, I'm right back with another video. Part 2, and it's in 12:23. I'm sorry, 1:23, I believe it is. I think I can't see from this distance. But anyway, yeah, I had my landlord had to come by, and they are working on the plumbing in my kitchen. I'm getting a new faucet, and there's some problems going on. So I had to answer the door, and in that meantime, I went and got some lunch, and now I'm ready to talk. So there's no working water in my house. I shut the water off, so I'm kind of hanging in there. So anyway, about the gang stalking, the trafficking, you do have rights. And a lot of it is just not knowing, you know, whether something like this is right or wrong. And, you know, in my case, I'm not angry at the people that I used to know as much as I am angry at the people who I worked for. And you get angry because, you know, you are being victimized and you're being gossiped and talked about, and rumors start circulating, and you are completely unaware of what's going on, and it causes a lot of you know, anxiety and fear, and it shouldn't happen. So, you know, I mentioned that it does have a religious element. Oftentimes, sometimes, you know, people don't realize that, you know, they have no right to enforce religious views on other people. And sometimes, you know, in some cases with women, sometimes they might think, well, this particular guy that's interested in a girl, like they do have things called predatory stalking. And you can Google these terms that I'm mentioning here on Google, and the information should be able to pop up on you. I wish I had more links to refer to you for you, but if you found this video, you can subscribe to my channel, and a lot of the information I do cover. I cover some employment laws, and I also cover some state and federal laws that, but I can't tell you right now. You'll just have to look through my video, all 772 videos, which this will be that number right now, 772, second video. Anyway, so yeah, oftentimes religion does come into play. Sometimes maybe they might want to convert you to a certain religion that your secret admirer may belong to. But the thing is that the people who get involved in this, it's a matter between that person and you, and it becomes this community project that could be unnecessary and kind of offensive in a lot of ways. That's one issue that could happen to women. Also, you know, women who are going through divorce, who some people are just very weird, and they don't realize, like a lot of people from older generations, they think that, well, this is a woman, she's going through this major change in her life, she shouldn't be able to do anything, they want to keep her in solitude or whatever. I don't know why people think this, but it's dehumanizing to women to treat them in such a manner. So they think that maybe you getting a job has something to do with your married relationship, or your soon to end your relationship that's ending, and it doesn't, and has nothing to do with that. Most of the time that's the case because they have this situation in place where they're allowing other people to decide your fate. It's a matter of your rights being squashed. So you have to be aware of that. And anytime you go into any place where you're dealing with somebody, you need to know your rights, okay? And you'll be surprised how many people don't know their rights. I can't understand how anyone in the community or any other place, by the way, when you are gang stalked, this is something that is nationwide, if not something that goes all the way around the world. Now, I did mention that this had there was an issue about this on Facebook. If you use social media, there are other people on social media who know who you are. Don't make any mistakes about this. They know who you are. Okay, they know exactly who you are, because there's more, they talk among themselves about you, okay? You don't know these people, but they know about you, okay? And if you're like me, I've had my head in the clouds for the last, I don't know, 15 years. I've been so busy going to work, coming home, and stressed out about what's going on at work, and not noticing what's going on around me, you know? And that's why it takes so long to figure out what exactly it was. But, you know, you just need to understand. Don't stay strong when this happens. You know that you have nothing to be ashamed of. You have no reason to comply with these crazy people. You don't owe them anything. You just have to make sure that you understand that you have your rights and you should state them. I also encourage you to make videos and do some talking about it. Do some activism, even if it's something like passing out flyers or making YouTube videos. Talk about your situation, get it out in the community that you live in, because if you don't, I will tell you that this whole issue is one-sided. Now, I just mentioned that I've been gang stalked or harassed at work since I was a young kid because my family was involved, okay? But it started to ramp up when I worked for this particular employer in Chatsworth, okay? Which is the same time I got my AAA membership, okay? I will tell you that these people will literally run you into the ground. They will, okay? You hear about people having heart attacks and strokes, and I personally think that this is one of the reasons, because these people can be very unreasonable with a person, and it's a lot of stress, and no one should have to live under this, okay? And it's not just basically relating to work, it's how people see you in the community, because so much is going on between all this gossip, okay? You have no idea and no way of defending yourself, okay? No way of defending yourself at all, because you're not in the loop. You're not even aware or allowed to know that your family is involved in your work. That's how little regard they have for you as a person, okay? That says a lot, which means that they dehumanize you to the point of where they don't feel like they give you an explanation. That's one of the parts, that's one of the biggest issues that I have. That's something that I have a struggle with on a daily basis, How dare somebody strip away my rights, okay? Like I have to justify myself to anyone. I don't have to justify myself to anyone, and you don't have to either, okay? We are living in a world that is just very sick and psychotic, and some people are in positions, and some people deliberately get into positions to where they want to tell people what to do, and they want to hurt people, and that's what a lot of managers are. Some managers are very good. They're very they relate well to people. They know how to communicate to people. And some people dominate and hurt other people. And they think these are great skills, and that's what they do. And you'll also a lot in the law enforcement, like the police, okay? And by the way, if you are being gang stalked, if you are a victim of human trafficking, chances are your local police or sheriff department will turn a blind eye to it, because they are just as ignorant of laws as the rest of the community, okay? Which is scary. And that's one of the reasons why people who are in this program are so terrified, because they can literally be torn to shreds and have no assistance whatsoever. It is the worst feeling of psychological rape that you could ever experience, period. Okay, and I still have problems going